Detroit takeover. All right. So real quick, I'm gonna keep this quick. My testimony, I've been in myEcon now for about 3 years, almost 3 years exactly at the end of this month. But when I got started, I was like most people, living paycheck to paycheck. I had about $100 left after I paid all my bills. So I couldn't afford for anything to go wrong. Any mistakes happened, I was messed up. So I had been praying. I said, okay, I need to do something. I either need to get a better first job or I need to get a second job. And I had just came off of working 2 jobs for 7 years. And I said, well, no, I can't do that again. So just like somebody said, I think yesterday, I was being nosy on Facebook and found these cash flow signs. Seen some people up with these cash flow signs. I said, well, what's going on here? So I dug into it. And the first thing I saw, I think it might have been a video of Ivy, but they said that you're overpaying. Most 8 out of 10 people are overpaying their taxes, right? So they said on average it's about $300 per month. So I said, well, that's all I need. You know, extra $300 a month, that'll set me straight. So I did some research, found Cortez Springer online, signed up without even calling him. I signed up the next day for $179.95. Signed up the next day, did my W-4 that day. That was a Friday. Turned my W-4 in on Monday, and then 2 weeks later, I got an extra $223 in my paycheck. So that was an extra $446 a month. So I'm good now. I just needed $300. I got $446. I keep on moving. I go to the next strategy. I start paying off my debt. Paid off 3 credit cards in 5 months.
All right.
Credit score went up 100 points. 5 months later, I continued paying off credit cards and cleaning up my credit. In a matter of 10 months, my credit score went from 546 to 754.
All right.
So in a matter of 12 months, I paid off $12,000 worth of debt. Credit score went up 208 points. And then that year, I was writing off my expenses, as Thurman just went over with you. I still got a $4,000 tax return in my first year, right? So, you know, a lot of people say, well, I don't want to correct my W-4 because I'm not going to get that tax return back. Now, we know that we're giving the government our money when we're giving that money away. So, you know, I always tell people, no, you don't want to do that. So that was one of the things I was thinking about, what was going to be my tax return. But I was keeping track of my expenses. I wasn't as good as Thurman is, but I was keeping track of my expenses. Still get that $4,000 back, right? So before I joined myEcon, I was getting quoted on a car loan 24%. I got a 4% loan 10 months later. So as a result, I was looking at the cars I was looking at for 24%, with about 6 years old, with about 60,000 miles on it. I got a 1-year-old car with 9,000 miles on it. You know, and it was a deal. I got $10,000 off of it on top of that. So, so that was my first year. Fast forward, I've been investing. I built up my emergency fund, and then last October, I got laid off from my job. Unfortunately, right? Now, that was the happiest day of my life. So I got laid off, but I had my emergency fund, had investments, and so I didn't blink. So 7 months later, actually we'll be going back to work at the end of this month. But one thing about having an emergency fund is when emergencies happen, if you get laid off, you're not stressed out.
Right.
You know. So I had 4 months of income saved up, and then I was getting unemployment, but I didn't blink. I only applied for 4 jobs since I've been laid off. Now, don't tell nobody I'm supposed to apply for a job. I'm supposed to apply for a job every week.
You on record now?
Don't put that on Facebook.
But that being said, I've been able to focus on training my team, building the business. I've done some a lot of creative things in that time by having that time off. And again, I wasn't stressed out. I wasn't freaking out about not having a job. Didn't miss a bill, didn't miss Christmas. Everything was taken care of because myEcon taught me how to prepare my finances in case something happens. So to date, I've cash flowed $53,000 since I've joined the company, and I am a EVP Platinum.